Have you ever heard of a system so powerful, so secret, that it was once reserved only for the emperors of China? We're not just talking about predicting the future, we're talking about a tool to actually shape it. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on one of the most fascinating and profound arts in Chinese metaphysics, Qimen Dunjia. So, what is this ancient art really all about? Is it just some kind of mystical fortune-telling? Or is it something more, like a secret code for finding victory in, well, pretty much every part of life? That's the big question at the heart of what we're exploring today.
You know, to really get a grip on Qimen Dunjia, you've got to go back to a time when strategy wasn't about a business meeting, it was about life and death. This quote from Sun Tzu just sets the stage perfectly. In ancient China, making the right call at exactly the right time was everything. Generals needed every single advantage they could possibly get.
All right, so here's our game plan. We'll start with its mystical roots. Then we'll decode its core, the cosmic chart. After that, we'll unlock the 8 mystical doors that guide our actions, learn how to read the signs, and finally, we'll see how all this ancient wisdom can give us a real edge in the modern world. Let's dive right in. Okay, first up, China's mystical strategic art. We're going to see how a tool that was forged on ancient battlefields somehow found its way into the modern boardroom. The name itself is actually a huge clue. Qimen Dunjia literally translates to mysterious door hiding Jia. So the mysterious doors, those are like gateways to different outcomes. And Jia, think of Jia as the general, the leader, the most important piece on the chessboard. The entire art, then, is about finding the right door to hide and protect your leader while you plan your winning strategy. Pretty clever, right? And the history behind it is the stuff of legends. Seriously, the story goes it was revealed to the Yellow Emperor in the middle of a massive battle. Later on, it was refined and used by one of China's most brilliant strategists ever, Zhuge. But for centuries, this knowledge wasn't public. No way. It was a closely guarded secret of the imperial court. And that fact alone tells you just how valuable this was considered. So we've got the backstory. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of how this thing actually works. This brings us to section 2, decoding the cosmic chart. And trust me, this is the engine room of the whole system. So what exactly is the chart? Well, the best way to think about it is as a kind of cosmic GPS. But instead of navigating you through city streets, it's mapping the flow of energy through time and space. Its whole purpose is to help you find the absolute best path, the optimal timing for any action you're thinking of taking. The foundation of this cosmic map is something called the 9 palaces. Just picture a simple 3x3 grid, like a tic-tac-toe board. This grid is the stage, or the environment. Each of those 9 squares represents a different direction and a different part of life, like your wealth or your career, and it sets the whole scene for where the energies are going to play out. Now, every stage needs its actors, right? In Qimen, those are the heavenly stems. There are 10 of them, and they're basically symbols for different types of cosmic energy. But the star of the show, the main character, is always Jia, the general we talked about. And just like in any strategy, your main goal is to protect your general and move them to a position of strength. And finally, what does every scene need? The right atmosphere, the right mood. That's what we could call this celestial weather, and it's represented by the 9 stars. They really set the tone. Is the energy aggressive, or is it more nurturing? So you see how it all comes together? You have the stage, the palaces, you have the actors, the stems, and you have the mood, the stars. All of it combines to create this incredible snapshot of a single moment in time. Now we get to one of the most fascinating parts of the whole system. Section 3, the 8 mystical doors. Think of these as your gateways to taking action. So if the chart is the map, the 8 doors tell you what to do. They're the bridge between all that cosmic energy and actual human action. Whichever door lands in a particular palace tells you if that direction or that timing is a good idea for what you want to do, whether that's launching a business, having a difficult conversation, or even just taking a trip. And here's the crucial thing. Not all doors are created equal. They can be auspicious, or jimen, which are like cosmic green lights, or they can be inauspicious, shengmen, which are basically red flags telling you to be cautious. The 3 best doors you can find are the open door, which is perfect for new beginnings, the rest door, which is ideal for planning and recovery, and the life door, which is excellent for anything related to growth, like profits or health. They are your primary guides on when to move forward. Which brings us to the big question in section 4, reading auspicious signs. How do all these different symbols, the palaces, stems, stars, and doors, actually come together to give you real guidance? Well, it's a very structured process. First, a chart is created for a very specific moment in time. Then, all of those components are plotted into the 9 palaces based on some pretty complex calculations. After that, the analyst looks at how all these symbols are interacting with each other. Are they in harmony? Are they clashing? And from these patterns, a judgment is formed to answer the specific question you asked.
Ultimately, any reading really boils down to one of two things. An auspicious, or Ji, reading means you've got favorable combinations. The timing is right, you've got cosmic support for your goals. It's a green light. On the other hand, an inauspicious, or Xiong, reading signals clashing energies, bad timing, and potential roadblocks ahead. But the goal isn't just to see which one you get, it's to understand why, so you can strategize around it.
Okay, let's bring it all home. Section 5. Ancient wisdom, modern strategy. Why are we still talking about a system that was developed thousands of years ago? Why does it still matter today?
Because it is so much more than just telling fortunes. At its very heart, Qimen Dunjia is a sophisticated framework for thinking strategically. It forces you to consider timing, direction, hidden factors, the nature of your actions, all of it. It's a tool for sharpening your decision-making and deepening your own self-awareness by helping you understand the energies at play all around you.
And that leaves us with one last thought. Is Qimen Dunjia a rigid map that tells you what's going to happen no matter what you do? Or is it a dynamic tool, something that by showing you the terrain ahead actually empowers you to choose a better path and build a more successful future? The answer, I think, lies in how you choose to use the knowledge.